Welcome back to the Hofstra Dynasty. If you're enjoying this series so far, please consider liking this video and subscribing to my channel. It's time to head into the offseason and prepare for Season 4. We're going to start with our draft results as Cade Uluave and Jayden Bellamy were both drafted in the 3rd round. That's huge for our program as they were the first players to be drafted from our team thus far in this dynasty. I thought Kobe Garland might have had a chance too, but maybe he'll get picked up as an undrafted free agent. Now we head into recruiting. First, just setting up some visits with some high school prospects we've got on our board. Then we're going to add some transfer portal guys. We've got a free safety named Kiki Adams as a 4-star prospect. Other than that, we don't really have many high-profile transfers on the board. Everyone else is 2 stars or lower. So Kiki Adams is really the only big transfer we see. But we're going to add a bunch of guys because you never know. Keyshawn Robinson was a 2-star transfer, and he's been pretty impactful for us. Going to look at strong safety because we are kind of weak there. I've been trying to see if we can recruit like an athlete at another position and move them to strong safety, but that hasn't really worked out yet. And we're going to check out wide receiver Nathan Brommel. A freshman transferring 2-star. We're going to hit him up. He is a deep threat, so could be a good addition. And quarterback we're going to look at. See if there's anyone to add. Not really. So Quandre Hines, your job might be safe. Currently, we're the 76th class in the country. I decided I'm not going to show too much of me just adding points onto players. I feel like that's kind of boring. Jason Stork, 3-star wide receiver out of Hightstown, New Jersey. Our first commit of the offseason brings our total up to 8. We have a whole bunch of guys we're in position to land in first place, though. 3 stars, 2 stars. The 2 stars are probably primarily the transfers. Locked out for a 2-star QB, but that's all right. So we're up to 68th now after our 8th commit. Like I said, I kind of just skipped over the adding points because it was taking up a lot of time. Trey Sands, 3-star corner, good commit out of East Hartford, Connecticut. And John Rubin out of Wayne, New Jersey. He's a green gem running back. So hopefully a bright future there. Bucky Knox, another guy that we are going after. Kiki Adams, we are in 3rd place for. It's not looking great. Syracuse going hard after him. We're up to 55th now, though, with those 2 commits. Still trying to iron out the kinks and exactly how to do this. Quentin Callow, right tackle out of North Andover, Massachusetts, and Cooper Curtin out of Jacksonville, Florida. A couple of offensive linemen, a right tackle, Callow, and center Curtin. Hopefully those guys will be good. We've had some 3-star offensive linemen develop really well. Kiki Adams chooses Syracuse, unfortunately. We made a strong push, but we couldn't land him. So we will not repeat our success of landing 4-star Syracuse transfer DBs like we did with Jayden Bellamy. Up to 43rd now, I think that just said. I was kind of talking through it, so I wasn't looking. Emmanuel Roberson, Devontae Groupie, Bo McDuffie, Cameron Cohn, running back out of Queens, New York. Tanner Heckel out of Pittsburgh, Kansas, a place I didn't know exists. Eric Boyce out of Cortland Manor, New York. Joseph Bay out of San Mateo, California. A.J. Robbins out of Ridgefield, Washington. Vi Seminu out of Kahuka, Hawaii, a right tackle coming down. A whole bunch of guys were able to land. Probably more than that, honestly, that are showing up on the screen. We had like 10 guys there on the screen. I'm guessing that was the last week of recruiting. Like I said, still trying to iron out the kinks of how I show that. Yeah, that's the end. We're going to finish 69th, which seems a little odd to me. I guess the 7 2-stars are kind of dragging us down a little bit. Because if you look at these numbers, like compare us to USF, they have 4 more 3-stars, but we have 2 2-stars and a 5-star, and they don't have any of those. Jeremiah Smith heads from Alabama to Miami. It's kind of an interesting thing. He always transfers in these, from what I see. I think he's transferred every season thus far. Now we're up to position changes. Looking at this site, I wonder if I could have shown a little more in depth with recruiting. I'm not sure if I ever showed the dev traits of the recruits. I went back through the footage and tried to see if that was there, but I didn't find it. I knew I looked at it at some point, but I don't know where it is. I'm wondering if maybe I showed it in a previous video, but I don't know. Anyway, heading into next year, hopefully De Silva will progress a lot. Costello at 78, but yeah, a little bit of uncertainty there at running back. Nobody really jumping off the page. De Silva, though, the 4-star with star development, kind of a guy that we have high hopes for. So maybe he can become something, or maybe we're going to have to run it back with Costello and Hines, both guys that we were maybe open to replacing, but we'll see how it goes. Manu Saoto comes in 77 speed. He's also, or 95 speed, 77 overall. He would be a really good running back, but I don't think we're going to do that. He is a star dev, which is really cool. It's good for us. So I checked a couple of other guys to see what they would be as running back. Okafor he would downgrade slightly. Probably gonna check Gooch. Yeah, Gooch. He would downgrade even more, so we're not gonna do that. Let's see who we're gonna check next. Maybe the new guy, 6'4", Zach Randall. He is 6'4". He would be a good running back, but 6'4", it just feels kind of not a logical place to put him. But then we clicked on Keyshawn Robinson, and check this out. 91 overall receiving back. I mean, he's undersized, so I'm skeptical of how this will go, but I just couldn't resist the chance. So we moved Keyshawn Robinson to running back. He's now a 91 overall running back. We're probably going to have to, we're not going to be able to deploy him like Costello. We're going to have to change our strategy up a little bit. But, yeah. And then I noticed as we're going through defense that if you move some guys to positions that are like almost the same position, like right end to left end or something like that, outside linebackers move to the other outside, it will automatically change their like archetype to the highest overall one, and then you can just switch them back and their overall will go up. Or you can just move them to the new position if that's what you want to do. So I did that a bunch here. I took this left end, James Couch Smith, moved him to right end. He moved from power rusher to speed rusher, and his overall went up 3 points. And we're not quite to it yet, but I'll start talking about it. Perhaps the best example of this is that I moved Chad Cloud. He goes from like 75 overall to like 81 or 82 overall. Sorry, I just messed up the word overall. But yeah, I move him from middle linebacker to safety and then back to middle linebacker, and he goes from like a 75 to like an 81 or an 82. Same thing with these D linemen. Skaggs, we move him, and he goes up to an 81 overall immediately. See, he goes to a run stopper from power rusher. And so we move him once and then move him back. And as you see, he will go up to like an 81 overall. So we're pretty solid at defensive tackle. We should be good against the run. Here's Chad Cloud. See, I'm moving to free safety. I don't think he's fast enough to play free. It's like 88 speed, I think. Oh, no, maybe that's Ortega that has 88 speed. Cloud might be 85. So then we move him back to middle linebacker. Now he's a pass coverage middle linebacker, and he's 81 overall. Keenan Brown, I took a look, but unfortunately he's not going to benefit from the same thing quite as much. He will come back as a same overall still. So I thought Keenan Brown would get on the field because I thought Chad Cloud was maxed out, but we've apparently moved his position and he's gotten better without having to do anything. Holland at 83 overall, 89 speed. Chuau is coming in as a freshman. He's probably going to play. He's like 97 speed. We got to get him on the field. Holland would be better at safety. I think I'm doing the same thing here. We're moving him back now. And he is a slightly better zone corner, I think, than he was, whatever he was before. No, I think it's the same overall. Sorry, never mind. I think he was already an 83. But it's interesting having already seen some of the Stovall was the guy who we are going to move to safety to maybe sort of stabilize that back end. I think it would help. He's like 95 speed. I think having someone who's going to be a little bit better in coverage would be helpful for us. But honestly, he moves to zone at safety. I don't think I checked this, but I'm pretty sure if I had moved him back to corner, I think he would have moved back as a zone corner and probably been better. Oh, wait, I think I will check this. Oh, that's Hunter Haynes, sorry. I think I'm going to switch Haynes. Haynes is going to be strong safety. He's a little slower. And then we're going to move Stovall to free safety. So yeah, he would be an 80 overall corner. Yeah, move him to free safety because he's faster and can carry more ground. All right, so improving the secondary a little bit. Yeah, moving him to free safety now. Okay. And now we are going to check out our athletes. Johnny McPhee coming in. I think he was a middle linebacker, or expected to be. Maybe not. Actually, you can't tell. He could be an outside linebacker for all I know. We are going to put him at middle linebacker because that's kind of the best path to being useful for us if he becomes good. Colin Nance is we should put him at outside linebacker probably because we do need them even though we don't play them a ton. We're primarily in like a 4-2-5 personnel with 2 middle linebackers on the field. Colin Nance is 5'10", 175 actually, so we can't play him at linebacker or defensive end or anything. That's crazy. 68 overall defensive end, even though he's 175 pounds. We'll make him a corner. And then here we got Owen Vogt. We got Buck Knox, Eric Boyce. Eric Boyce would be again, 5'9", 172. Would make apparently a highest overall as an edge rusher. That's interesting, I guess. I'm not sure if I looked at his height and weight. Yeah, I made him a defensive edge rusher. I was like, I know I caught one of them, but I don't think I saw two of them. All right, our man Vogt, 59 overall, Vogt. He is defensive tackle. Okay, that's fine because he's 297 pounds. So instead of a 59 overall, he's a 67 overall. That's pretty sweet trade-off. 6'3", 230, speed rusher. That's probably fine, I guess. Little undersized, but it's college football. And how many more do we have? We have just two more. We got Emmanuel Franks, right end, 6'5", 264. Yeah, he could play defensive end, definitely. And he will. And our final athlete from the recruiting class is Buck Knox, who would make a very good fullback. I think tight end's a good move. Safety is also kind of a good move. We're going to go with safety. And there you have it. Isaac King III, still the worst player on our team. Keyshawn Robinson at running back, though. 91 overall. Check it out. Now, at receiver, we're going to have to see some development, which hopefully we will. I'm kind of counting on it. I'm also counting on Manu Soto to be sort of a replacement for, what's his name? Keyshawn Robinson at receiver. Because they're both very fast, so I figure Soto will sort of be the replacement fast guy in the slot for this year. Skaggs and Skates looking solid. Kipper is 78 speed, which is kind of cool. Sometimes big guys randomly develop to be really fast. I don't know if you caught this. We'll get to this in a second, but I have a left guard. Like my third string left guard is 91 speed. We'll deal with that in a second, though. Or maybe not in a second. It might be later in the video. I don't know. I don't catch it here. I don't realize until after training. He's actually 87 speed right now. Anyway, I think we're solid on position changes for now, so we advance to the next week. Past National Signing Day. I think training results should be next, so big reveal incoming. Also, jumped all the way up to level 12, almost level 13. So Mike Francesa gets like 50 coach points off that. I don't know how that happened or what prompted that, but the very slow development thus far has been overcome a little bit, I guess. Here's training results, and holy cow, look at that. Keyshawn Robinson is a 98 overall running back. Easily the highest overall player I've had in a dynasty yet in this game. 99 agility, 99 change of direction, 97 ball carrier vision, 86 spin move. I think he's got the best spin move on the team. Quandre Hines only a 79. LaMichael Rattay is both faster, better acceleration, better agility, same throw power, and he's got higher accuracy ratings in all three of the accuracy categories. The only problem is Hines still has more room to improve, and Rattay is basically maxed out. But Rattay is like a viable option, I guess, as I'm going to show you here. He's maxed out, essentially. He's one more accuracy, and whatever was beneath that. Yeah, Hines, however, has quickness and accuracy to go up only, actually, I think. Oh, no, his health can also go up. I was going to say, I wonder what would happen the last year if only accuracy and quickness could go up for him. What would happen? If he would take a huge leap into his senior year or not. I don't know. So yeah, it looks like he will be the starter again just because of the upside he still presents. But if he gets banged up and like the wear and tear makes him impossible to use, I think Rattay is like a viable option to come off the bench. De Silva only 77 overall now. Costello an 81. So we're pretty solid at running back, I guess. Obviously, we have a 98 overall player now. I don't expect him to be like LaDainian Tomlinson, but like I said, we'll have to be creative in how we use him, and I think it'll be pretty good. Trayan Bell and CJ Peaks up to 80 overall. Gooch, 79. Gooch will probably run as the wide receiver 2. Soto as the 3. Oh, he has 95 speed. I think he had 90. I said he has 97. It's only 95, but that's the same as Keyshawn Robinson. So I think he'll be good for us. Tight end, our boy Robertson is an 86 overall. DJ Brown up to 78. Ben Herrera is maxed out. I think that experiment has failed us. He's probably a cut candidate if we have to make some difficult decisions there. But Brown and Robertson should still be a solid tight end duo. Robertson, a good blocker. There's left guard, 91 speed, Crowder. Look at that. I think at this point I still hadn't caught it yet. Span way up to 81. We're like okay on the offensive line. Sanders at 80. These guys are serviceable. Decker at 81. Berry 80. Couch Smith up to 80. It's a funny name, Couch Smith. And let's see what our defensive tackles are looking like. On to the big fellas. 83 and 82 from Skates and Skaggs. Kipper up to 80. Still 78 speed. Which is quite good for the big fella. I had another dynasty where some defensive tackles developed up to like 87 speed. Keenan Brown didn't develop very well. 85 overall. Ortega, though, continues to get better. And Cloud at 82 overall. Probably about maxed out. But I didn't think Brian Ortega would keep getting better. Good for him. He was only a 2-star recruit. Quite a success story there. Draymond Gates at right outside linebacker. DeMarvin Hollins all up to 88 overall, like Jayden Bellamy. And his speed jumped up to 95. He was an 89 speed before training, and now he's 95. Sinalo Tuau will probably run as our third corner because Slack is 84 speed, and I would much rather have the 97 speed 5-star freshman in. Or was he 4-star? I don't remember. I think he was 4-star. But Holland, talk about the growth there for the senior. Stovall, 83 overall, and Haynes up to 75 overall. So we're like okay in the secondary. We'll probably still get shredded by the teams that throw the ball a lot. But I'm not even sure if that, I feel like the game would just do that. Even if we had like 90 overall players, we'd probably still be getting shredded. Isaac King III is up to a 63 overall. Maybe we should start recruiting punters and kickers. I don't know. But whatever. So we got some real speed on this team now. One thing we did not have when Francesa took over. I think 92 was our fastest player. We might not even have had that. So, you know, we've come a long way here. We've really built up a team. 84 overall, it says. Got some high agility guys there. Keyshawn Robinson. Break tackle, Steve DeSilva is the best at that. And the truck, 85. Ben Wade and DeSilva. Ben Wade, 88 truck. Best spin move on the team is Keyshawn Robinson. Best juke move, Grant Huff. Wait, no, sorry. That was Quandre Hines has the best juke move on the team. No, he's the second best. Better than Keyshawn Robinson's. Interesting. So I guess we have to start juking with Quandre. Overall, pretty happy with the training results, I'd say. Especially having a 98 overall, whatchamacallit. So yeah, here's where I take a look and compare these two. As you can see, Rattay's accuracy is better in every category. Throw on the run is the same. Hines is a good break sack, but it seems like every time he breaks a sack, another guy just comes and tackles him anyway. Play action, Rattay is 13 points better. So yeah, it really feels like if Rattay had the upside, we'd probably make the switch. But since he has no upside and is not going to get better, then I don't think it really makes any sense to bench Hines. I think we should stick it out. Custom conferences don't really do that. Just upgrading the coach skills. Like I said, 50 points now. We can really rack up some points here, get ahead. We can max out some things probably. Spend it on the running backs, the quarterbacks. Probably might need like one of everything except for the kickers. I don't know. I'm just going to let it go. We've got like 10 of them. Yeah, 5 points. We got 10 things to buy. So I'm not going to say each one. That'd be kind of pointless. But let's see what we get close to maxed out. If anything can be maxed out. Yeah, I think something can get maxed out. Yeah, we've got 10 points left and everything is at 3. So we put 1 on quarterback. Probably going to focus on offense first. And running back is the choice I made. Okay. Mike Francesa up to a B+ prestige. Really coming along now. Moving on to encouraging transfers. Got to let some people go. You know, it's tough. You recruit these kids. You form a relationship. You go into their homes and you meet their families. And then you got to stab them in the back at some point sometimes. It's tough. It really is. Kingsley Reese, sorry, turn your things in. You're not welcome here anymore. Who else we got? That Greenwood guy's probably got to go. Elijah Greenwood, we'll see you. Good luck going to whatever school you're going to. I don't know. Probably no one will probably want you. I don't want to get rid of JoJo Minor, but we might have to do it. We'll see. We'll come back to it. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. Sometimes you take these freshmen and you see their overall, and you're like, why did I even recruit this guy? Now I have to dump somebody better than him. Some tough choices here. We got 10 more guys to get rid of. This is the first year where the choices are a little bit difficult. We have an 81 speed center. We have an 86 speed center. Our starting center is 86 speed. Is that what that said? 91 speed Crowder, my man. This is where I noticed it. This is where I caught it, as you see, as I linger on it for a few seconds, and then I move over the column. Yeah, this is where I noticed we have a 91 speed left guard. What position do you think I should move him to? I'm gonna do it. It's in this video. It's coming soon, but it's kind of funny, I guess. Because we've already moved one of our like offensive linemen to tight end for the blocking, and you'd think, well, this guy's 91 speed. He's probably logically good there as well. But unfortunately, as we get rid of Ben Herrera and get down to 2 tight ends, unfortunately, this guy's catch rating is like 13 or something. So the other tight end, Robertson, actually has a higher catch rating than DJ Brown. He's actually fairly good at the receiving attributes. We have like 1 million receivers. We're probably going to have to let some of these guys go, especially the ones getting older who are not even playing, or the guys who are just too slow who are not even playing. Like George Lair, 88 speed. Sorry, pal, you're only 5'7" as well. Probably could have cut more receivers, honestly. 4 more. We come over here. Bruce Wayne could probably go, honestly. And that Griffin guy is a sophomore. He's probably never going to see the field. Cullen Pond. He could probably go too, but I think he'll stay. Really some tough choices. I probably should have condensed this down a little bit. This is kind of running on a little bit. Yeah, I'm probably going to cut this. Okay, we're down to 2 left, actually. All right, I cut it down. Here are the last 2 cuts. Marquez Carty and Malachi Samuels. We will see you around. And now it's time to move on to some more interesting stuff. No custom conferences. We are going to stick it out since we did not win our conference last year. And now here's our guy, Isaiah Crowder. Big 91 overall, or 91 speed. Offensive lineman. We are going to move him around some positions. First up is tight end. I think that's the most logical place to put him. And he is a 79 overall at tight end, so that's a pretty strong move. 91 speed. However, his catch is 26, so I said it was 13. It's 26. Catch in traffic is 24. So very much a blocking tight end. Not going to catch too many passes. Then I tried to move him to other positions to see, well, maybe, you know, we could give him the ball at running back. We want him to throw to him. Nope, he's a 12 overall. Put him at defensive end. Now he's a 45 overall. Put him at defensive tackle. No, he's a 39 overall. Put him at middle linebacker. No, he's a 26 overall. That'd be so funny to have a 294, 91 speed middle linebacker running around. Now setting up our schedule, we are going to put together a tough out-of-conference test. That is at LSU in Tiger Stadium, the 4th game of the season. We played Oklahoma at home last year, and we were able to pull off a major upset. We will get Syracuse later in the season at home because we went to them last time. We'll also get Arizona, our consistent rival, and Buffalo. Those are out-of-conference games. And then we'll have our AAC schedule. Keeping with tradition, I will read the names of recruits as we offer them scholarships. Deion Cochran, Bryce Carlson, Jeff Lewis. Donnie Carden out of Staten Island. Matthew Pete out of Tallahassee, Florida. John Dugans out of Santa Ana, California. Rico Smith out of Dublin, Ohio. Kyle Schobel out of Piedmont, Alabama. Jake McCormick out of North Brunswick, New Jersey. Cameron Daly out of Atlanta, Georgia. Brian Amador out of Landisville, Pennsylvania. Nick Stromberg out of Roanoke, Alabama. Devin Overhauser out of Camden, New Jersey. Josh Castaneda out of Miami, Florida. Patrick Ima Torhibib out of Boynton Beach, Florida. Damian Weil out of Syracuse. Bobby Stern out of Bridgeton, Maine. Zach Seymour out of Hornell, New York. Tyrell Sumner out of Dearborn, Michigan. Cal Gredkowski out of Avon, Connecticut. Dwight Rashid out of Middletown, New Jersey. Jeremiah Callis out of Brooklyn, New York. Greg Case Visharn, somewhere in Ohio, I think. Trevor Spalding out of Montvale, New Jersey. Tommy Banks out of Oak Parks, Michigan. Steve Cashman out of Syracuse, New York. Cam Johnston out of New York City. Paul Nicholson out of Syracuse. We got a lot of Syracuse guys. Jalen Elam out of Brooklyn. Maurice Ekanem out of New Orleans, Louisiana. Brian Maldonado out of Houston, Texas. Spencer Suttle out of Houghton, Louisiana. I think I missed one. Sammy Dixon out of Bethesda, Maryland. Emmanuel Diaz out of Des Moines, Iowa. Francesa's really looking under every rock to find some kids who can play. Nick Stromberg, 4-star out of Roanoke, Alabama, has the green gem. Devin Overhauser. No, Patrick Ima-Tahiber. He's 98 speed, 4-star receiver. We're going to be all over him. If he's out of Alabama, it's probably going to be tough. Matthew Pete, right tackle. He's a green gem out of Tallahassee, Florida. Probably going to be tough to pull him away from the Seminoles. Rico Smith out of Dublin, Ohio, another 5-star green gem offensive lineman. If we could pull him and Pete, that would be absolutely humongous for our building. Advancing to next season, I'm reminded as we saw a quick glimpse of the Heisman that 98 overall Keyshawn Robinson is on the preseason Heisman watch, I guess because of his overall. Brian Amador up to 5th. And that should bring us into week 1 or week 0 as we have a opening game against Buffalo, who's improved. It's a pretty good team now. We're going to send the house at Zach Seymour, a 4-star quarterback who we like. Nick Stromberg. I think we've identified some core prospects that we want to go after. Stromberg, 4-star running back. We think he's got some real potential for us. And then Ima Torhibi. A name that I will have a lot of difficulty pronouncing, but by God, we want him on the team with 98 speed. And obviously our offensive linemen, Pete and Rico, what was his name? Matthew Pete. Gonna send all 65 to him. And Rico Smith, we're up against Ohio State, Notre Dame, Wisconsin. This is gonna be tough. Out of Ohio, this is definitely gonna be tough to pull him, but we're gonna go after him because I mean, this is a future NFL player right there. And then Dwight Rashid, we're gonna look at some corners. Definitely gotta hit the defensive side of the ball a little bit since we went all offense. Trevor Spalding out of Montvale, New Jersey. Sounds like a guy who belongs on our team. And we have a Spalding on the offensive line. Maybe they're related. Let's just say they are for the storyline. They're cousins. They're first cousins. Middle linebacker, 5-star Jeff Lewis. We're going to go after him. Just, you know, the plan for the future a little bit. We're not, like, amazing at middle linebacker, but we are solid for now. Landry Walters at center, another position we can target. Be good to have a solid player there. Position I think we tried to recruit last year. Defensive end again, another one with the last few points. Brian Amador. It's a good position to go after. I think we don't really have any studs at defensive end right now. Now going through our red shirts. We don't have any quarterbacks so we can shirt. Running backs we'll do Cam Cone and Ruben. Still torn about Da Silva. I didn't redshirt him last year. I'm not going to do it again now. But in the moment, I thought, well, this guy would probably want to leave after 3 years anyway, but now he's only a 77 overall, so we'll see. We will see how it goes. Hopefully he'll just stay for 4 years then. But if he wants to leave after 3, we're going to let him because I think that's going to be my policy with running backs at least. Then at receiver, we'll do Randall, McGlinchey, and Storks. Oto's not going to redshirt because he's going to play. But above Randall, we just have too many guys right now. Yeah, we have a lot of receivers on the roster. So our boy Crowder is going to play tight end because as a junior, I was afraid he didn't really have any time to develop at another position. DJ Brown will start in spite of the, being the 3rd best tight end of the team, apparently. I'm going to redshirt the young offensive linemen like Sheets and Curtin. Basically, anybody who has no chance of getting on the field, basically, we're going to redshirt. Franks and Trainer, obviously. Vogt and Keglar. Vogt. I assume the G is silent. Howie Daniel. John McPhee. Eric Boyce probably should. I don't know if we can because he's only 2nd string. Probably all of those. Vaughn, Nance, and Sands should redshirt. And let's see what we've got at safety. We can't redshirt Tuau. Nobody here to redshirt. And Knox will probably redshirt. We've already redshirted our backup kicker, I think. Do we still have that? I don't know. Do it. Of our top players, only Holland and Robinson have never redshirted. I wonder what Holland would do with a 5th year. Now our depth chart, I'm not going to go over that whole thing because I think it's kind of straightforward. pretty much the same as the list from the Redshirt screen. But I will show you receivers because that's the one place where we're gonna tweak things a little bit to get the guys we want on the field. Gooch will run as the 2, Soto as the 3. And I list peaks at 4, Okafor 5, and route at 6. As I'm looking back at this, I kind of wonder if we should put Keyshawn Robinson as the 5th receiver. I might do that next time I play. Soto, Gooch, and then Okafor. We've got... Oh, I shouldn't have Gooch there. Gooch is supposed to be wide receiver 2. I'll have to go back and fix that. All right, that'll do it for this one. We're in 85 overall, headed into our opener against a much improved Buffalo. We blew them out the last 2 times we played Buffalo, but I'm not sure it's going to happen this time. They look much improved, so tune in to see how that game goes as we get into year 4. Thank you.